What if the very thing the seeker has been chasing for years is the very thing that the seeker can never actually achieve? The hardest truth is that no person, no separate self has ever woken up, not once. Because the separate self that seeks awakening is the very illusion that disappears when awakening is seen through. Seeking doesn't end because the seeker finally wins or the seeker finally reaches a place of enlightenment. It ends when it's clearly seen that the seeker was never there to begin with, and it's seen by no one. This is why there's stories of seeking that continues and perpetuates, sometimes years, sometimes even decades, because the seeking energy wants to believe that if I just meditate some more, read some more text, scriptures, books, meet some more people, meet some more enlightened gurus, then one day I will have full awakening. And that's the very thing that keeps awakening at a distance. Because it's a perception that's throwing you off center, the center you're already at, where you already are awake. And stack on top of that seeking energy, energies like unworthiness, doubt, shame, and guilt, that just adds to the momentum of you not already being exactly what you're looking for. And as a very loose analogy, it's like a shadow looking for the light. The shadow can never obtain the light. The shadow can never see the light because in being brought into the light, it is the very dissolution of the shadow itself. So it's almost like the light takes on the perspective of being the shadow, not realizing that it's already what it was always looking for. And that's why the person that we think we've been for so long, the character, the avatar itself, can never be the one to wake up, because there's never ever the avatar or the character there as a sovereign being to begin with. It's like an empty hollow shell, a prism of light that the self with a capital S or the no self is looking through. And another very loose analogy that came to me is, imagine you are the sky, the boundless, infinite sky. And as that boundless, infinite sky, there is nothing but you. There is nothing to compare yourself to, nothing to contrast. And then within the sky, within you, an image of a cloud appears, a single cloud in the sky. And as the sky, you focus in and around that single cloud. You take on the perspective of being the cloud itself. You feel like a cloud, you live like the cloud, and you even go to the extent of creating the illusion of forgetting you are the sky itself. So you can take on the fully lived and experienced idea of being a cloud. And because you've forgotten that you already are what you're looking for, you are already the infinite sky, you begin seeking from the perspective of being a cloud. But all the cloud is it just stands as an image within the self, within the sky. And so it's a case really of mistaken identity. It's not that you could be a cloud and wake up. It's not that a cloud can wake up, because the cloud was never there as a sovereign being to begin with. It's that you as the sky realize you were never the cloud, you were always the sky, and it's just a complete dispelling of the illusion of ever being a cloud. And so even analogies and descriptions like this can oftentimes be seen as completely futile. What I found in my own journey is that sometimes analogies and resonance like this creates a shift which would kind of allow me to snap out of being the seeker, being the identity of the cloud, and something about the message would allow me to shift back into the perspective of being the sky itself. And so it would allow for the dissipation of the consistent loop of being the separate self, or believing I was the separate self, seeking something, and it would allow me to kind of drop back and step back into the true self or no self, depending on the words you want to use to describe it. And so really, I just wanted to create this quick video to provide a couple of examples and analogies of why the separate self, of why the seeker can never find what it's seeking, because it is that very paradigm and that very perspective of being the seeker which is part of the illusion, which is keeping you trapped in this cycle of awakening, because awakening and the true self is here and now. And if a message like this resonates with you, then you might be interested to check out my private community that I've quietly opened up. And I'm going to pop that in the link of the first line of the description so you can take a look at that, where like-minded people are coming in to chat about all things non-duality, awakening, transformation. And it's a place where we can talk about the deeper truths of reality and deeper understandings and perspectives of what we're talking about. So if you like this video, click that link and take a look, and I'll see you over there, or I'll see you in the next video.